right, but isn't the all-time biggest selling Christmas song White Christmas by Bing Crosby? John's looking at me with that.
I'm just going to
I'm
say,
not sure.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm just going to say selling, I'd say probably.
And how old is that record? It's got to be from the 40s or 30s, right?
I'm thinking mid-40s.
Yeah.
That's,
But there's no new Christmas songs.
we could probably work on that.
Bruce Springsteen had one back in the 80s. It was pretty good.
Did he, was that a remake though? Did he do Holly Jolly Christmas?
Oh, I don't
Did he
remember
remake that?
I thought he had an original song that he did. But who did Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer?
Elmo and Patsy.
And what, 70s? Are we
That
talking?
was in the 80s.
It was in the 80s?
Yeah, you can read a lot of stuff into that song.
I'm
It-
sorry.
it makes
I
me
didn't
giggle.
mean to digress. But when I heard that song, it's a cover, of course, by Tracy Lawrence, I'm thinking nobody writes new Christmas songs anymore. I was just thinking of a career for you, Nort.
Christmas songwriting? It certainly wouldn't be performing. I'm not anywhere close to a performance
No,
artist.
but you're doing well with what you're doing, and that's leading folks in the Main Street program in downtown, or coordinating
It's
their
got some,
efforts.
that's a lot of, I get the good fortune to work with a lot of good people, good volunteers, solid business owners, and people not even on Main Street who step up and really help out with some things. So I'm blessed to be able to work with those folks and do some coordination of activities. We've got tomorrow night Hometown Holidays kickoff on Main Street, in Main Street District, I guess. We don't have Main Street in Faribault anymore. Of course, Central Avenue is sort of our Main Street with the cross streets. And then the district is more widely known as downtown rather than Main Street. But the organization that does some of this work, our umbrella organization, is called Faribault Mainstreet. So downtown Faribault, Hometown Holidays kickoff tomorrow, includes
Eggnog?
I believe there'll be eggnog at different places. There'll certainly be some tea and cider and cookies, sleigh rides, starting from, I think at 5:30 to 8:30 will be sleigh rides, and all kinds of businesses open having specials and some welcoming atmospheres.
Do you like eggnog?
I am a fan of eggnog.
Yeah, I like eggnog too. I'm kind of upset that they only sell it really one time of the year.
I think if they sold it all year, we'd all weigh 900 pounds.
Well, that's true.
So, yeah, lots of fun downtown tomorrow. Oh, window decorating contest. And there are windows decorated all up and down Central. We had a little car repair we had to do yesterday, so we took Shelley's rig down to the co-op at to be the south end of Central Avenue.
Sure. Yeah, they do great work down
there. They really do. They've got a quite an interesting window decoration. They made a Christmas tree from tires.
Completely out of tires.
Spray painted them green, the whole deal. So they've got them stacked, the largest tire at the bottom, and you can imagine up to the top to the little ATV.
Well, I'm going to go take a picture of this after I get off the air.
And this is, and you know, there's great window decorations all up and down. So lots of fun things to look at.
And people vote on this, right, Norm?
They do. People vote, and prizes will be awarded for the winning windows. There's 3 themes this year. Because, you know, Peanuts movie this year. The big remake is out, and also there's Peanuts themed events at the Paradise Center for the Arts.
Yeah.
So
Charlie Brown Christmas this weekend.
Yeah. So one of the prizes for the windows is the best Peanuts themed window, so you vote for that. There's several of them that have been painted up and decorated Peanuts theme. Also best vintage, and then just your favorite, whichever one looks the best to you.
All right, we're going to talk more about what's happening tomorrow during it's also Ladies' Night Out.
Have you ever had that? What, the mulled wine where they put some spices in it and warm it up?
And Nort Johnson is with us. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to bring my calendar in here.
I have one right on my handy phone where you can also find the
Well, not that
visit
kind of calendar. I'm talking about my Minnesota calendar.
Oh, I see.
To tell people what the show is tomorrow. I do know that in the next couple of days we're going to have Pam Tadona with us from the Hospice. We're talking about the tree lighting on Monday. for
Okay.
the hospice program. You know,
Cool.
I love that event. It's on
Right.
December 7th. It'll be Monday night, and we'll be there broadcasting live as we've done for a number of years. It just really, Nort, puts the whole season in perspective for me.
Remind us where that is, Gordy.
It's at District 1 Hospital.
At District 1, okay. Very
Right
good.
up a hospice. It's the tree fundraiser for the hospice program. And,
Fantastic.
I mean, who can't be in favor of hospice, you know?
What a transition society has made with regard to, let's say, it, end-of-life care.
Yeah.
You know, transitioning away from sort of the nursing homes into assisted livings and home health care, and then for those unfortunate instances where, you know, termination of life is pretty well determined closely, that you can enter into a hospice and really have those end-of-life needs met. That's fantastic. Fantastic.
Really relieves families of quite a burden, you know.
It does. I'm going to share a little story if you're so inclined.
Sure.
So, when this is a study done by a hospice, as it was first starting up, a hospice organization, and they polled employees, surveyed them, if you will, when they started working for the organization, and some of the questions they asked had to do with, how would you prefer to have your life end? For lack of a better way to put it. How do you, if you could pick any way to die, how
Most
would
of
that
us
be?
would like to go quickly, I would think.
Exactly, and that was exactly what they saw from the surveys when people, before they started working in hospice. So then as the employees, through attrition, began to leave the hospice organization, they surveyed them again. And overwhelmingly, the answers changed after they had an opportunity even to watch some of the physical suffering that takes place, and maybe the emotional suffering's a little bit extended. They were able to witness the ability of people to come to terms with things at the end of their life,
Well, that's
if
true.
they had time
Yeah,
to
say
settle up.
goodbye and settle differences with people.
Exactly, put affairs in order. And you know, hospice is an organization that really gives people that blessing to have dignity toward at the end of life, and be able to put business in order and say their goodbyes. So fantastic, fantastic programs. We're blessed to have that in town.
Yeah, so we'll be doing that on Friday. Just remembered off the top of my bald head. Friday, and we'll be
Fantastic.
stopping by our studios, and we'll get all the details about Monday's event. It's been pretty much the same for all the years they've been doing it. Started in 1986, I believe it was. So
Okay. Fantastic.
just a great program. But we're here to talk about
All good things. We're here to talk about all good things, and some of those good things right now happening in downtown Faribault, again with our hometown holidays, and the big kickoff tomorrow night with the window decorating contest voting. We have several businesses engaged, over 20, and pick up your ballots for sure at the Crafty Maven, and some of the other places that have their windows decorated have ballots as well. If by chance you don't see your favorite window on the ballot, go ahead and write them in. We'll chalk them up anyway.
Now, you mentioned that the businesses get a prize. Do the people who vote, I mean, is there a drawing for prizes for those?
You know, our drawing for prizes this year has to do with the Holiday Passport, the Downtown Shopping Passport program. Several businesses participating in that. If you're going to make any purchases downtown Faribault, grab a passport. And again, many businesses have those. In fact, they have some right across the street here at the Daily News for pickup, and then right on down the street. Look for the Holiday Passport notice in windows, or ask inside the business.
And this physically looks like a passport.
It folds, it's piece of paper, folds in half. It's got the little elf in his package on the front. I think we talked about that with Tara and Sam here a few weeks ago, right?
Yeah.
So the passports are all printed up and being handed out to shoppers. When you buy something, the store will put a little marker initial in a square on the inside of this passport. On the back side, fill out your name, address, phone number, and by noon on December 19th, drop them off at the Paradise Center for the Arts. And what we're doing is the more marks that you have on your passport, the better opportunity to win a prize. However, even if you have one mark on your passport, you will be eligible. There's a chance you'll be drawn. So it's, you know, the more you shop small, shop downtown, patronize our local businesses, the better chance you'll have, but everybody has an opportunity that participates.
So can you tell me what some of the prizes are?
We're going to put a couple of $100 chamber checks in the mix.
Year's supply of Flex.
Oh, the F-Town year supply. No, we haven't got the year supply going on. We're going to get one of those in the mix for the drawings, one of their packages. But tomorrow night they're giving away 2 packages. You can check it out on their Facebook page, and they're tagged on several other, Creating a Ruckus page, the Main Street Fairball page. But stop into F-Town and enter the drawing tomorrow night. They're giving away 2 of their growler and glassware packages as prizes tomorrow night. So, among a lot of other things going on.
Oh, there's so many great places to shop downtown. I mean, I love the cheese curds and the cheesecake.
Oh, wow. Yes, those are outstanding, and I'm glad that there's a lot of businesses downtown that use cheesecake product. The Depot's got a salad that they do. In fact, we're going to get a picture of this salad, the Anima Blue salad, for our visitor guide this year to use for our restaurant page.
Nobody makes a better pecan nut roll than Ginger Spice.
They do a fantastic
Those
job.
things are as big as my head.
We've got 2 bakeries going on downtown now. We've got the Ginger Spice, and the Bluebird Cakery is fired up as well. So, well, we had, you know, it's a tough go. Small business is a tough go, and you have some of those that don't quite make the run, and it makes us all sad to see some of the business closing up from time to time. We're blessed to have some open back up, and let's all remember to patronize our local businesses.
Speaking of that, there's a building, I think it's next to Chapiz. It's all boarded up, and it looks
The
like
old bakery, they're fixing it up. The one that had the fire here, that was before I came to town, last winter.
Okay, I thought that was in the
Last
next
fall.
spot, but maybe you're right.
But yeah, it's.
You are right. You are right. That was Chapiz neighbor.
We should mark that down. Did you say that one more time? And then,
You were right.
Yes, does not happen.
It's on a recording here if you'd like.
It is
A copy of
recorded.
that.
Fantastic. It's in the archives. I can point back to the one time.
No, you are right.
Anyway, yeah, they're fixing that up, which is fantastic news. Anytime you've got a property that's down that's getting, they look bad shuttered, and that was because of the fire.
Sure.
Of course, it was a little tough shape, so it'll be nice to have that looking good.
Is it going to be back as a bakery or what?
I am not clear on that.
Okay.
At this point, I have not heard news of what will be going in there. Certainly just glad to have the storefront fixed back up. And have that again look good as part of our, maybe you knew this, I'm sure I've mentioned it before, but part of our huge historic district in Fairball. Second largest historic district in the state of Minnesota, outside of St. Paul.
Yeah.
So I mean that means we've got Minneapolis, St. Cloud, Rochester, Duluth, Mankato, right here in Fairball, largest historic non-metro historic district in the state. So we should be pretty proud of that.
Yeah, a lot of people think of Red Wing as being very historic, and it is, but it obviously is not as historic as Faribault is.
We'll take the kudos on that from anybody that wants to offer them up. So yeah, it's fantastic to see the money and the work going into those. So, and those types of buildings, when you put these decorations in them, wow, you know, for the holidays. How about the street corners? Have you seen those all dolled up with the lights and the trees that the city's done? They're on version 2 of the wraps on them, and they look pretty cool. They use the LED lighting, so very high efficiency, good output. They look great, and I've even heard improved security. There's not a dark corner downtown that has a tree on it right now, that's for sure. Those lights are nice and bright. It adds to what is a safe downtown in Fairball.
I saw the guys putting them up. They were working their tails off. That was not easy.
And now we also had some volunteers put the ribbons and fresh evergreen garland on the corners, on the fences. Fantastic. They look great. We also have, again, all these windows being dialed up. The city's decorations on the posts. It's nice in downtown Fairball. good place to come and visit. I recommend it for everyone.
Great place to do your Christmas shopping. Now, this special event tomorrow night, is Santa going to be anywhere? Or?
We may have a Santa. We haven't got an official Santa. We had him last weekend, but we're having him again on the 12th.
Okay, how did that go?
It went pretty well. We had him at Hartman Insurance, and he really is an outstanding Santa Dave, and he just does an outstanding job. So authentic. We had a child ask him to. Actually, her mother, this little child's mother, works with me, and she said to me, Nort, that Santa is fantastic. My little one asked him a question. She said, well, Santa, where are your horses?
Horses.
And Santa didn't miss a beat. Well, young lady, the horses are in the woods. They're resting and eating and getting ready for the big trip that we have to make in a few weeks to get all around. Just boom, boom. So just a really smooth.
But he had reindeer, not horses.
Well, you know, they can be horses for a small child.
Oh, I suppose.
So yeah. So yep. Good Santa Dave, and again, sleigh rides tomorrow night downtown with several stops. With I know you can pick up for sure at Homefield Chiropractic, Chappie Jewelry, and at Erickson Furniture. There'll be stops, and a couple of other places. I apologize in advance to a couple stops that I may be missing, but we appreciate all the sponsorships and participations for the sleigh rides downtown tomorrow night. You know, some other things we have going on. Saturday, December 5th, Santa will be at Hartman Insurance again, 11 to 1. And then at 1:30, it's the free family movie at the Village Theater. You give the Faribault Park and Recs a call. Make sure you get your tickets reserved. They're
Let me
sponsoring.
guess. It's a Wonderful Life will be the movie.
That's not it.
Oh, Grinch Stole Christmas.
I'm going to find out before we're done exactly what that movie is. I don't have that along. They have two different movies. The other one is on the 12th, same time.
Oh.
A couple of family movies, but very family friendly. Also, the Alexander Fairball House down behind the co-op again. We talked about the co-op.
Always decorated with original decorations from the time frame.
Very
It's awesome
cool.
to watch. Remember, you got to remember, this is way back in the 1800s.
This is way back.
They didn't have electricity.
Right.
So it's cool to see the decorations they had back then.
And they've got their open house. The hours are 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. The address is number 12 First Avenue. So 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. for that open house.
That's why
on
they use
Saturday.
pine cones to decorate.
Pine cones, and some of them lit with candles, right?
And popcorn balls.
Popcorn, string the popcorn. Cranberries, right, for color. Yeah. Very innovative, very cool. So happy to have that little amenity downtown as well. Monday, Santa's on the fire truck.
I bet he loves that.
That's at the Buckham Center. 5:30, Santa arrives on the fire truck. 5:30 to 7, there will be arts and crafts. Also 5:30 to 7, free photos with Santa. And then Hildebrand and Fiddle from 6 to 7, so the music down there as well. Another fun night in downtown Faribault. Check out the Paradise Center for the Arts. They have lots going on, including Twice the Cheer. Friday, December 4th, also Friday the 11th. Also, I believe on Saturday, double check the website or give them a call. So, lots going on. And then we roll into the 12th. There's things going on. Up at Shattuck, they have their annual events. So, that includes the Shattuck Christmas Walk from 1 to 4. The Holiday Performing Arts Showcase at New Hall Auditorium. It's 2:30. Again, Twice the Cheer at the Paradise. The Free Family Movie at the Village. And then at 7, there's a holiday figure skating show again up at Shattuck. We're going to have downtown sleigh rides that day too, from noon to 3. So, quite a bit going on right here, Gordy.
No question.
Let's hope. I'm going to make a call out for everybody. We talked about that this morning at a chamber business before hours. the importance of shopping local, spending local, and as I've said, we've got this fantastic Mall of America just up the road from Faribault, and it's a great little amenity for our state.
Less than an hour.
Less than an hour. Dollars spent there, where do you suppose those go?
All over the place.
Yeah, corporate, Wall Street, Bloomington.
Overseas.
Exactly. We have to remember that when we spend locally, we spend in town, most of those dollars stay here. And as we wish and want and hope for more things in Faribault, one of the important things that we can do to perpetuate our own economy is to spend locally. There's several smart people that are smarter than myself, have done the research, and there's several indications that a dollar spent locally grinds over in our own local economy 7 times. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah,
it really
that's
is.
That's a figure I know they've been using since probably the 80s.
Yep.
So I've heard it many times, and in other states, when I lived in Nebraska, when I lived in Iowa.
Got it.
So it tells me the research is probably accurate.
I think so. I believe so.
7 times if it stays local.
Correct. Correct. So we have these great businesses and amenities. Let's patronize them, help keep them going.
And it makes perfect sense. You purchase something at a local merchant downtown. They purchase their vehicle in town. They do some banking in town. You know, they purchase some of their materials for their store in town.
You got it. They're buying their home in town, buying their insurance in town, etc. So it's important. It's important. I know
Very. And really, there's nothing you can't get in Faribault.
We're pretty well covered. I mean, we really are. And even on the dining side of things, Faribault, wow.
That's the #1 thing people are giving, is gift certificates.
Right on. And get them locally. I mean, what better thing than to give the gift of local dining and fine options we have all over town, including downtown. So look them up. I made a mention of one today, but there's all kinds of good options in town. So
there certainly is. So again, is this only a 1-day event tomorrow night, the ladies' night first? And
it's that's the kickoff. The voting for the windows does end tomorrow.
Okay.
You certainly come downtown, look around, get a ballot today, and you can vote today.
So the winner will be determined by the end of the night tonight.
By the end of the night tomorrow night.
Okay. I mean tomorrow night. You're right. Tomorrow's Thursday.
And then we'll get announcements out in the paper and give you a shout down here. But certainly there's not a loser in that contest, to be sure. They all look really good. Boxers dolled up a window right down on their corner side there. We had some. You'll have to check out some of the Peanuts drawings downtown in the windows. They're super cool. I do have to give a quick shout out. I know the building, Kay's Floral Building, has our friends at Brushworks did up the windows in there with big Peanuts cartoon characters.
I saw that the other day.
Fantastic. Right across from Santa's fireplace room at Hartman Insurance. Yep. So, which again, Santa will be there. Will be there Saturday from 11 to 1. So bring the kids down. Bring the kids down Saturday.
I just got a text.
Where'd you get a text from?
The Minnesota Twins.
The shoulder's a little sore, but I'd be happy to show up at camp if that's what they're asking.
Well, that's not what they're asking.
Oh, okay.
But what they're saying is they're going to have a news conference today introducing their, remember they signed up the Korean slugger.
Right.
Byung-Ho Park, I think is how you say it. Anyway, they're having a news conference.
So he hits it out of the whole park?
I don't know when they're going to play him. He's a first baseman.
I was interested.
They're paying a guy $23 million to play there now, so.
Yeah, I was interested myself on that. That's an expensive DH. So would Maurer be, but either way, we're happy to have the talent. Gotta love those Twins.
Now they did get rid of Mr. Hicks, so I guess they have an outfield position maybe
in
mind where they could throw Maurer or something. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't make those decisions. But
Well, good news. So press conference, you said?
yeah, and a news conference to introduce the Korean slugger.
Oh, fun. Well, Saturday, December 19th, I'll lob it out there. There's going to be some things going on downtown as well.
Well, you know, Nort, you're a guy.
Yeah.
You're probably like most of us guys in that we tend to wait till the last minute to buy our gifts, right?
Perfect time on just Saturday, December 19th, because there will be food included. We're going to have a holiday snack contest with our downtown businesses that want to participate.
Oh, cool.
Basically, we'll set up a place to go get your wristband for $5, and then our participating. That's be a fundraiser for our Main Street.
You can talk about this next Wednesday when you come by.
I
How's
look
that?
forward to it.
Give us some details next Wednesday.
I look
Promise?
forward to it, Gordy. You bet.
All right. Thanks, Nort. Appreciate it.
Always appreciate the time.
And I do want our listeners to remember Kim Anderson in your thoughts and prayers as she's recovering. So.
Yes, she's doing well, and we're happy about that.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
You're